So can you see my screen? Okay, thank you. We were reading temperature sensors. So thermocouple we finished yesterday. So today we will read some other temperature sensors. Those things is completed. Now another important temperature sensor is resistance temperature detector, which is very popularly known as RTD. So resistance temperature detector, which is very popularly known as RTD. Now what is RTD? Suppose if any conductor you have, it has a resistance, right? And the temperature this resistance changes, and the coefficient with which this resistance changes is called the temperature coefficient of resistivity, and it is positive for metals, means that resistance increases with the increase in temperature for metals. This property may be used to measure the temperature. What I am saying once more, suppose you have a material, say you have a metal. So that material must have some resistance at some particular temperature. Now, if the temperature changes, the resistance will change. It has certain resistivity. And for metal, this resistivity is positive. So resistance will increase with the increase in temperature. Now, if you can detect the change in resistance and you know the temperature coefficient of resistivity, you can easily calculate the which temperature it is exposed to. So this type of sensor is known as the resistance thermometers, because the resistance is getting changed due to temperature, and based on the change in resistance, calculating the you are measuring the temperature. Now suppose resistance of a metal at T degree centigrade is given by the equation RT. This equation RT or will be equals to R0, where R0 is the resistance at 0 degree centigrade, into 1 plus A1T, sometimes alpha T plus B, and so on. So alpha, beta, gamma, all those things are known as the temperature coefficient of resistivity. So if it is linear, only alpha or A1 will be there, other will be 0. If it is following some nonlinear relation, there will be other terms. Okay. Basic principle of RTD, resistance. Resistance of a conductor changes with the temperature, and by knowing the change resistance and the earlier resistance, and by knowing the coefficient of resistivity, which you can experiment earlier, you can detect, you can measure the temperature in which this metal is supposed to. And if you, this is known as the resistance thermometer. Now you might be thinking that this is quite easy. Yes, this is very easy, but you need to choose material very selectively. Why? Although all the material shows the property of change in resistance with the change in temperature, or all the material's resistance is a function of temperature, but all the material will not be useful to build resistance thermometer. Why? Because there are some desired property which is to be satisfied and all those things one by one to become a potential candidate of a temperature resistance temperature. Okay, that means this curve should be very stable and predictable. Okay, these two things are required. So we need, from the equation you see, we need R0, we need A1, we need A2, and so on. So if you see that the R0 or a tempered resistance at 0 degrees centigrade, or A1 or A2 becomes the function of time, okay, or the function of repeated heating and cooling, then this material cannot be used as a sensor material, because it becomes temperature this loses the property. Metal must have the very high stable and predictive temperature versus resistance curve. Okay, so the temperature coefficients of resistivity should not change with time, or repeated heating and cooling, or repeated characteristics must be preferably linear. So although I've shown the figure here, which is, but if such material exists which we can approximate as linear, or which is a good linear temperature versus resistance characteristics, that material should be used. Okay, now if we assume that we got such material, then what is our equation becomes? R equals to R0 into A plus 1 plus A1t. So if you do dr by dt, what you will get? You will get R0 into A1. So dr by dt Yeah, now can you hear me? So I was disconnected. Yeah. So now can you see my screen again? So I can start. Okay, fine. So what I was discussing, that we need some property to be satisfied for a material becomes a potential candidate for resistance temperature detector. So the first property which I discussed, probably you hear this, that is the metal should be highly stable and predictable temperature versus resistance relationship. The next property will be the resistance versus temperature characteristics must be linear. Okay. And third property is, that means A1, A2 and all those things must be very small. The third property is sensitivity that I was discussing and it was disconnected. So what I was saying, suppose this is your linear relationship, A2 and all those things are very small. So your R is becoming R0 into 1 plus A1t. Now you do dr by dt. What you will get? R0 is constant, it will be 0. So dr by dt will be equals to R0 A1. So dr by dt, what is that? Change is resistance with respect to change in temperature. That means this is the sensitivity. So dr by dt should be high to get a good temperature sensor, good sensitive temperature sensor. So for that, you have to choose some material whose R0 value and A1 value both are very large. If both are large, then you will get very good sensitivity, and that material can be used as RTD. So what we get? We get that we need a very stable and predictable temperature versus resistance relationship. We need a linear characteristics. We need R0 and A1 is very high so that the sensitivity is high. So we need such material that which satisfies all those properties. Okay. So another small properties which is advantageous if you get with that material, that the mechanical strength, so it might have wear and tear, so mechanical strength should be high, and there should be very small resistance change due to effect other than temperature, such as strain. Suppose strain happens, then resistance should not change for such material. Okay. And obviously with the temperature change, the change of phase or state should not happen. So this is the range of the temperature in which you can use. And also sometimes you need to use it in chemical plant, so it should be resistive in chemical attack, and so it should not corrode, or it should not change with the chemical attack or not. So considering all those properties, major 3 properties and minor 3-4 properties, platinum is found to be best choice in this. Okay. So platinum is generally used for this type of temperature sensor. Okay. Sometimes we call it as a platinum resistance thermometer. Okay. So specific thing of it is the platinum resistance thermometer. With addition to platinum, sometimes we use nickel can be used, copper can be used, Belco can be used. Belco is actually alloy of nickel and iron. They can be used to construct RTD. Okay. So platinum is the best choice. So next we'll read about the platinum resistance thermometer. Okay. So as you see that the platinum resistance thermometer, it is a temperature detector. Its resistance changes with temperature, and its range is minus 250 degrees centigrade to 960 degrees centigrade. Okay, so you see that its range is wide. Minus 250 is quite low, and 961 is almost all practical applications are covered, and it can measure very precisely the temperature. Okay. And it is so precise that it is used as a primary standard for temperature. So, and it is a very
So,
costly. Yes, please.
so slides are not changing.
Oh, I see. Okay, there is nothing in the slide. Let's continue, and then I'll ask when there is something you want to see, and in that slide you can see or not. Okay. So please listen these things. Then I'll tell that whether you can see the slides or not. Okay. So, okay, can you see the slides? Number 122.
No, sir, it's on 120 RTD.
Oh, I see. Okay, wait. So let me unstop sharing and again share it. These slides are not changing. This is Teams problem, not the internet problem. Yeah, now can you see 122? Slide number 122.
No, sir.
Okay, so I am logging out, then logging in. Again, same problem like yesterday it happened. So you be online. Can you see 122?
No, sir.
Oh, what to do? So what do you see? Still 120?
Sir, your logo.
Oh,
Yes, sir.
essential. Okay, so what to do? Maybe new meeting I should open. No, it.
Sir started a new meeting. Guys, join the other meeting. Sir has started.